Hello and happy Wisdom Wednesday. Thank you so much for tuning in and for choosing to spend some of your time with me. I'm Maria. You're amazing. Let's get started. So during the month of March, I have already declared, I do declare that it is the month of happiness. And then coronavirus. But guess what? It's still the month of happiness. Because here is the truth. We get to decide whether or not we're going to allow a condition or a person to change our ability to stay rooted in our happiness and peace and love. Ooh, child. I'm just saying. When we get better at not asking other people to be different or circumstances to be different in order for us to feel good about where we are and who we are and in our lives. Super sparkly everything, y'all. Super sparkly everything. Okay, this is the truth. So, my brilliant friend, Grace Aldrich, she has this amazing quote where she says, in the midst of uncertainty lies all possibility, all potential, and all power. And I reposted this morning on Instagram because it felt so appropriate. This is new. This is an uncertain time and it's new. But here's the thing about new. Every single human on this planet has experienced new before. And when it's new, what comes after is uncertain. It's unknown, right? If we decide to call it exciting, this is an exciting opportunity to tap into new possibilities, to use different potentials, or to use our regular, our known potentials, to tap into our own power, to make ourselves healthier, to make the planet healthier, to help each other. When we go from that space, we are in a much healthier way, mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, of approaching this particular situation. And it allows us to keep our sanity. It keeps our immune system boosted. It keeps us connected to other people, and it reduces the chance of depression due to isolation. This is new. This is new. I have done new before. And what I recognize about new is that it just needs some time. I have to give it time. And all things are temporary. I don't really know how much time this is going to take, and I don't need to. I just know that it's going to take some time. It is new, and I can do new. I know that it's uncertain what's coming next, but I know that in uncertainty lies every possibility, all the potential, and all of my power. All right, I got this. We could do this. We can do this one day at a time. We can do this. And we can do this together, even if we're separated, thanks to the World Wide Web. Yes. Thanks to social media, thanks to the internet, thanks to live feeds, thanks to videos, thanks to all those things, we can still do it together even though we're separated. So let's all take a deep breath. It's new. It's different. No one on this planet has ever experienced this before. We're all going through it together. Fear and worry bring us down. They impact our immune system negatively. They mess with our mental health. No, thank you, right? When we feel that way, we acknowledge it. I see you. I know where you come from, but you know what? Change is inevitable, and this is temporary. I'm going to take it one day at a time. And then we shift over here and we say, okay, this is what I'm going to focus on. This is new. New takes time. I can do this one day at a time. I'm not alone, right? Like, all my possibilities and potential. How can I make this the best journey? How can I enjoy this? How can I tap back into my happiness? Yes, how can I tap back into my happiness? I like to think that because my happiness, my peace, my joy, my love are mine to own, because they're mine, and this situation has happened, this is a wonderful opportunity for me to practice living in my happiness, peace, joy, and love, regardless of the situations. We talked about this last week, right? This is the perfect opportunity. There's so much potential here, right? I know some people think I'm crazy, and that's okay. You can think I'm crazy, but there's so much potential here to do so much good here in our own homes, in this home, and then globally in the home, right? There's so much potential. So we got to tap into that. All right, this is what I have for you today. 3 things that you can do for yourself to help cultivate your happiness while we're in this unknown space. And then 3 things that you can do outside of yourself to continue to cultivate happiness. Here we go. The first thing that we can do is know what your values are, right? We've talked about this in previous videos. Know what your values are and really allow yourself to be hunkered down, focused on your values. The things that you say are most important to you. Really allow yourself during this time to get rooted in those things so that you're starting to make healthier decisions from that place of this is my value and I'm going to make decisions from this place, right? The second thing is that you want to do is make sure that you create a routine for yourself. A routine of self-care, yes, and a routine that fits your values. Oh, if I say my health is my value, I can create a routine. So even if I'm at home, I'm going to do something to make sure that I'm taking care of my body. I'm going to eat healthy. I'm going to work out every day or do my yoga with Adrienne or what have you, right? So you want to make sure, one, that you're focusing on your values, and two, that you've created a routine for your daily life. Don't allow yourself to just slip away from a routine, because that kind of structure usually feels good, right? And it feels good, like I know what's happening every day, rather than I have no idea. It feels like chaos. And when we create a routine, granted, allow some spontaneity, some flexibility, but when we create a routine, it feels like some control when the world feels out of control, right? So that always makes people feel better. And then the third thing that we can do is use this time to build skills, to do the things that you want to do, read the books you want to read, write the book you said you were going to write. You want to learn how to play the guitar? YouTube is available for you. Now's the time to learn how to play the guitar. And if you build a routine that says every night for 20 minutes, because I used to go to such and such place that now I can't go to anymore, I've saved 30 minutes on a drive. I'm going to use those 30 minutes. I'm going to sit and play the guitar. I'm going to learn how to play the guitar. I've been wanting to do this for a while, right? So just to recap, focus on your values, create a routine, and then use this time to build your skills and do the things you've always said you wanted to do. It's going to cultivate happiness. It's going to cultivate creativity. It's going to cultivate this sense of self-care, like you're really doing the things that you say are important that you want to do, and you feel more fulfilled, and that equates into more love and happiness. All right. On this side, 3 things that you can do to help benefit other people is the first one is making sure that you're spending quality time with friends and family. That means even though you're in the house all the time with these people and you're all kind of doing your own thing most of the time, make sure that you're being intentional in your routine about carving out a block of time and saying during this time, no TV, no phone, we're going to play table tennis, right? We're going to play board games. We're going to sit and read together. We're going to, make up a dance routine, whatever it is. Be intentional about really creating spaces for your friends and family that you are in contact with, because those relationships, building those relationships cultivates happiness in both parties and boosts your immune system and is good for your mental health. Okay. The second thing is share appreciation on a daily basis. If you've been following me any amount of time, you know how much I talk about gratitude, because it has been proven over and over and over and over to be a super effective way to keep us in a space of sanity, mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, right? So you want to make sure that you're practicing appreciation on a regular basis for the little things and the big things. You find that you're subscribing to someone's page all the time, listening to their music or whatever, drop them a note. Just let them know that you appreciate them, right? It feels good for you to send it, and it feels good for them to receive it. Do it in an email, do it in a text, do it in a phone call, do it on Skype. Let people around you know how much you appreciate them and what they're doing, especially during this time, right? I wrote a note for the garbage man, but we never put the garbage out on Monday. But I wrote a note for the garbage man just thanking them for doing their jobs, because they're taking the trash off of our streets and they don't get to be home. They have to do this work, right? The nurses out there that I know, I'm shooting them messages, just letting them know how much I appreciate them for being kind of like the front line of this pandemic and being willing to do the work to drop the curve, right? Send messages of appreciation. And then the third thing is to continue to share your passions and your gifts. The World Wide Web allows us to do that. For instance, on Monday, I taught my classes in the morning. By Monday night, I found out that we're no longer going to be teaching group classes. So on Tuesday morning, I worked out at home by myself, doing my own workout. By Tuesday night, I found out that the gym was closing. So now not only are they not teaching group fitness, but they're also not available to go to the gym. I really enjoy teaching class. I really enjoy fitness. It's a passion for me. So I decided that I'm going to go live. So this morning I went live and I taught a 45-minute virtual class that 14 amazing women joined me in this morning. And it's a way that I could share my passion. It made me feel good. They thanked me. So I know they felt good that they had an opportunity to connect separate but still together, right? And we were able to do that. So that's what I have. Okay, recap. 3 ways to cultivate your own happiness during this time is focus on your values, make sure that you create a routine, and use this time to build skills, to skill up, level up, level up, level up, level up. Okay, focus. And 3 things that you can do for other people is really share yourself and your present, uninterrupted time with friends and family. Make sure that you're sharing appreciation on a daily basis to the people that you know and love and to people that you might not necessarily know and love. We need to continue this cycle of kindness and caring and sharing and love and connection. And then to make sure that you are sharing your passions and your gifts. If you really like a book, share it on, your social media platforms. Ask your friends to grab the same book in a Kindle. Say, hey, I'm going to start a little at-home book club. We'll read up to this page by this point, and then we'll discuss it, right? There are ways. If you have ideas of how you can continue to cultivate your own happiness or a community of happiness, please be sure to put it in the comments so we can all do this together. We're all in this together. There's like a soundtrack at all times in my brain. Okay, so if you like it, give it a thumbs up. If you know someone who can benefit from this video, please share it. If you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. And I hope you have a great rest of your week, weekend, and start of next week. I will see you next week or tomorrow morning, 8:30, going live on YouTube. We're going to do a Pilates-inspired workout and a full body stretch. Starting at 8:30, it's about 45 minutes, maybe an hour. I'll see you there. Okay, love you so much. There's nothing you can do about it. Have a great one. Stay safe. Wash your hands. Peace.